Good morning. Today we're looking at Chapter 2, the land we call Alabama, and this will help you with your studying. This will be, they call it, with the Alabama textbook, it's called the study guide. So you'll have this to look back through while you're studying for your quiz. There are 5 sections. Section 1 is regions in Alabama. Section 2, mineral, energy, water resources. Section 3, weather, climate, and natural hazards. Section 4, natural vegetation and wildlife. Section 5, culture. In the regions section, the essential question, that just means, what do I need to be able to answer at the end of this test? It's good to have this kind of learning target in mind so you can know what you need to be paying attention to and what you need to, what my goal is to teach you when you get finished with this lesson. Essential question, how are Alabama regions different? Regions, what terms do I need to know? Pioneer, geology, and mineral. Choosing where to settle. Pioneers, that's one of your words, came to Alabama looking for good farmland. 5 main kinds of lands were found. Some settlers brought back slaves as workers. Some free blacks came too, along with the shopkeepers, miners, builders, and laborers. Farming was better in some region than others. Geology, see how that word's in bold? That's something that you need to know. That's like a strategy that you've been being taught since kindergarten. So anytime you see a word in bold, pay close attention. Geology helps us understand Alabama's regions. The regions are very large and cross into other states. The regions in Alabama are the coastal plains, the Piedmont, the Ridge, the Valley, the Ridge and Valley, the Appalachian Plateau, and the Interior Plateau. The land regions of Alabama. Here we go. So we can see right here with the green part, that is the coastal plains. So right, all this stuff right in here, this is the coastal plains. And then in the orange, we have the Piedmont. Okay, and then blue, right here beside it, this is the Blue Ridge. And then you have the Ridge and Valley in the yellow, and the Appalachian Plateau in the purple, and then the Interior Plateau right here in this turquoise color. Land regions of Alabama. The coastal plain, this region of southern Alabama is mostly flat. It stretches from Texas to New Jersey. Rivers here run to the ocean. More than half of the state is in this region. Travel in this region was easier for settlers. The fall line is at the northern edge of the coastal plain. Waterfalls or rapids are usually found here. Settlements grew at the fall line. The Black Belt is at the northern part of the coastal plain. Settlers liked the dark, rich soil because crops grew better there. The Piedmont. The Piedmont stretches from Alabama to New Jersey and has low hills and broad valleys. Settlers found good farmland there. As farmers moved in, villages and towns grew to supply their needs. Settlers found marble too. It was cut out of the ground, quarried, and sold to make buildings and mountains. The Ridge and Valley. This region begins near Birmingham and stretches to Pennsylvania and has long mountain ridges separated by valleys. Settlers traveled through the valleys and some farmed near the rich soil around the rivers. Cotton became an important crop. Minerals, that word is in bold. That's a bold texted word, so you need to know that. Iron ore, coal, and natural gas were found there too. The Appalachian Plateau and the Interior Plateau. Plateaus have fairly level high ground. The Appalachian Plateau stretches from Alabama to New York. Coal is found here. The Interior Plateau goes from Alabama to Ohio and Indiana and is sometimes called the Highland Rim. Settlers grew crops like cotton in the river valleys and later worked in coal mines and stone quarries. We'll start with Section 2 in a few days. Anyway, so we won't have an actual test just yet on this, but I will have kind of like a comprehension check, a mid-chapter check, and I'll tell you which regions and which vocabulary words that you're going to need to study, because you will have to know these regions on a map, and you'll have to be able to label them and tell me a little bit about each one of the regions.